Welcome everybody to the Tekken Online Challenge Regional Selection Show for North America. And with me today, I have the two leaders in points. We have Mr. Joey Fury and Joonya. Both of you guys have done an amazing job throughout the entire Tekken Online Challenge season, so welcome. How are you guys feeling today? Joey, I'll start with you.
Doing good, Mark. I don't know why. I'm a little nervous about how this is gonna play out. I don't know who Junior's gonna pick. I mean, I'm pretty sure who I want to send to his group right now, but I'm excited to see how this goes.
Okay, well, it's going to be interesting. Joonya, how are you feeling?
Same. Just a bit nervous. You know, having that first pick is kind of deadly. So let's see how Joey started off.
Yeah, we will see. So just to kind of explain it, we have 6 other players, so a total of 8 players total. Just to kind of round it off, we have Cuddlecore, we have BDX, we have Bin Chang, we have Shadow, we have Mac, and we have Joe Crush. These are the players that you guys will be selecting to go into each other's group stages. Once we have our group stages, you guys will be playing out in round-robin format. The top 2 from each of the group stages will then go on to a bigger bracket at the very end of the day, and during that bracket, the top points will go into the winner side, and the bottom 2 or second place in each group will go into the loser side, and then you guys will play it out in a grand bracket where it's going to be a best of 5 series. So before we get into that, I gotta go to Joey. Joey, you have the very first pick. Who will you want to send into Group B to fight off against Joonya and the rest of the people you're going to be picking?
Here we go. So, kind of hate to do this, put the 20Z brothers in the same group, but I've got to do it, unfortunately. So I'm going to send Shadow 20Z over to Group B.
All right. I don't think this is a surprise to maybe anybody that's been watching or following competitive North American Tekken. One of the best players, Shadow, now going into Group B where he's going to have to face off against Joonya and some other players. Any reason why, Joey?
I think if there's anybody who for the past year or two has just felt like a true rival to me, it's been Shadow. It's this constant challenge of progression every set that we play. He adapts, I adapt, and it's very, very taxing. And I think it's just a no-brainer for me to leave that confrontation for later in the bracket if possible, and send who I think the most challenging opponent is to the other group.
Awesome. Well, thank you for the reasoning. Now, Joonya, this puts it all on you now. You get to pick the first opponent for Joey Fury in Group A. Who are you going to pick?
The best player in the pool selection, Cuddlecore.
Cuddlecore. So Joonya picks Cuddlecore. Is there any particular reason?
I mean, she has the ability to beat everybody that I see posted here, and she's just been doing so good in all these brackets. She's just one person that you just don't want to meet.
All right. Well, thank you for that reasoning. Now, Joey, it's back to you. You know, we still have a lot of very strong players that have earned their spot here. Between FDX, Bin Chang, Mac, and Joe Crush, who do you want to send into Group B?
So this is a really tough one. I have to go with what I assessed beforehand. I'm going to send Bin Chang to Group B.
All right, Bin Chang now going to Group B. Any particular reason?
I feel that Bin Chang is an extremely unpredictable opponent. Seeing his name in this bracket, it's like a total question mark what character he's going to play, how he's going to play on that day. Sometimes he just seems unstoppable. Sometimes he's just playing super crazy. It's just a volatile force in this bracket, and I'm going to choose to keep him away from me for right now.
So you're saying, yeah, you don't want to deal with it? Not yet.
Yeah. Not yet.
All right, Joonya, you now have 3 of the players in your group solidified. Now I need you to pick the third player for Group A.
I'm going to go with someone who actually knows how Joey plays and plays him all the time. Magnificent.
All right, so we got Mac going into Group A. Any particular reason other than what you just said?
Well, he just probably has the most information on how Joey plays, and Mike, he don't want to give him a problem out there.
All right, so now we're down to our final pick. So Joey, you get the pick that goes into Group B, which will be picking the last person that goes into Group A as well. So Joey, if you would do the honors.
Okay, the final pick. I am going to send FDX to Group B.
Okay, FDX, the Noctis specialist, going into Group B. Any reason why?
I have played FDX online quite a lot. I've played Joe Crush quite a bit as well. This is a really tough one. They're both quite threatening. What it comes down to is I honestly feel more comfortable against Joe Crush's characters. So that's it.
There it is. And as you mentioned, Joe Crush will be going into Group A. And we have our group solidified. I got to ask you guys, how are you guys going to prepare for this? So, Joonya, I'll let you start.
Probably just do a lot of labbing against the characters that I know that I'm going to be fighting, like Claudio, Noctis, of course, Fakaram, and the entire cast because I've been trained. But yeah, just try to learn new gimmicks or new strategies with my character and see what I can do to counter their characters with my character.
Good stuff. How about you, Joey? What are you going to do going into this knowing your competition?
So I do have the benefits of it's really clear like what matchups I'm going to encounter. Like I mentioned with the Binchang factor, I mean, you have to kind of prepare like every matchup. I mean, he could play like half the cast. So I'll just be, really digging on the matchups that I'm going to encounter. It was a really tough call between sending Mac to Group B or Binchang. Like Joonya mentioned, someone who I've trained with, he knows my style. So I'm really going to have to think about that quite a lot, just being ready for Mac because just personally as a matchup for me, it's tough. But yeah, just the normal training process. Get ready for the matchups and try to get ready for the players.
All right, well, thank you guys both, and I wish you guys the best of luck. The North American Regional Finals, of course, will be happening later this week. I hope you guys tune in for that, and we will see you then.